You want to know a good benchmark for awakening or enlightenment? It's when you feel more like a kid than an adult. When you're in an environment where there's adults and kids about, and you feel like you belong with the kids more than the adults. That's the benchmark, dude. Look at how kids move, man. Look at how kids move. Look at their curiosity, their presence, their lack of self-consciousness. In the sense of being like, oh my God, I can't do this. Their lack of self-referential thoughts. Look at the way they move, they play, their spontaneity. And you look at the adults, they're not in their bodies, they're not moving their bodies, they're on their phones, mate. They're on their phones looking at their banking app or some shit. And people might say, it's like, well, I can't look at kids. See, we've been brainwashed so much to be scared to even watch children. Even me saying that, it probably sounds weird to a lot of you. But we've been scared because it's like, I can't watch children because it's like, people will think I'm a pedophile or whatever. And it's like, why do you have that fear in you, man? Like, it's stupid. It's like, why has this belief got into you that like you can't interact with children? Like, I love it, man. I love interacting with children and just watching them. See, it sounds fucking weird. It sounds like I'm fucking creepy, but it's like, no, like, it's me. I am those children. I am the adults. I'm it all. I am that one life that is incarnating as all these beings. And children are the most like pure expression of that, because they're not conditioned with all this bullshit yet. You know, they don't have a full sense of ego yet that adults do. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Fuck, that's a good thing I wanted to say. Bear with me here. What was it, dude? Fuck, there's something really good I want to say. Fuck, dude, I forgot, man. I'm actually pissed off. Oh, man. Fuck, I've just like lost my train of thought. This is so annoying. Shit, dude. Let me set this up, see if I can concentrate. Oh yeah, so this is the thing I wanted to say. Sorry about that. My mind drawn a blank. But what I want to say is that you like the sign of like another like sign of awakening, or like just how to judge a good human being is like, how do they interact with children? How do they interact with children? Because that is how they interact with themselves, and you can see if they are aligned with truth or not based on how they interact with children. Many people interact with children like they interact with dogs, you know, where it's like this very fake energy, as if it's like this child is somehow like lesser than or less intelligent. It's like, oh, you know, it's like, I've got to come down to your level and act dumb. And the children pick up on this. You can see them. They're like looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just speak to me like a normal fucking person, mate. Like, we are the same thing. So you can see when people interact with children like this, you can see that they don't know who children are. They don't know what they are. They don't realize the consciousness in a child and the consciousness in them and in all beings is the same consciousness. They don't know that it's that timeless, eternal being. And so they project this sense of, they project this entity onto this child and say that it's like less intelligent and less developed and whatever. And yeah, of course, there are some things in which of course you grow into an adult and you develop more things, of course, but the same essence is the same always throughout your whole life. It doesn't matter what age you are. And so it's a clear sign when people interact this way with children, if you can't understand what I'm getting at, that it's that, yeah, they don't know what the fuck is true. And then there are other people who like despise children. They're like, oh, children, ick, you know? It's like, oh, fucking children, like. And the reason why people are like that is because they've neglected their own inner child. They've cast away their own inner child. They've saw this inner child as bad and wrong, and they don't know how to love their inner child. And so when there's other children coming about, it's like, oh, like fuck children, fuck babies, you know, like ill, you know. It's because do you know what I mean? Like, fuck. But when you know who you are, then there's no fear interacting with children. When you know who you are, you know who children are, because if you form a relationship with yourself as yourself, like if you know what you are, who you are, and you communicate with yourself as yourself, you know, then you do the same with children, you know. And because there's less ego there, you know, like there's less barriers up, you know. Children are more receptive, like you just interact with a child as if it's God interacting with itself. I mean, you do this with all people, but most people have this such solidified ego barrier up that you do that, and a lot of people resist it in all types of different ways. But again, like children haven't developed that fully, and so it's like you're really interacting on like a very pure basis. If you've stripped this barrier within yourself, then like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at? So yeah, there's my video for you. Again, it's like very unfortunate that we've developed this belief where it's like we can't, that it's like, oh, I can't be in a playground because you know, like people will perceive me as a pedophile or whatever. It's such bullshit, man. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, that's not thinking for yourself, you know. You've acquired that bullshit belief from others. Unless you're an actual pedophile, then okay, have that thought if you're an actual pedophile. But are you an actual pedophile? I don't think so. And so why have you got that thought of like, oh no, people think I'm a pedophile, but you're not. So why fucking care what others think? And ultimately, people pick up on your energy. If you are an actual pedophile and people pick up on your energy, then yeah, okay, you're gonna have weird energy. But if you're not a pedophile, then people are gonna pick up on your energy that you're just a genuine human being. But again, the other thing is that if you've been distilled with this belief that, oh, what if people think I'm a pedophile? Then you start acting weird and you're like, oh, and then maybe people do pick up on that weird energy and then they start to question you. But that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's all on you, dude. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? So yeah, and like ultimately, dude, like what the fuck is this world, dude? We should be interacting with all people of all ages. We should have this communion thing where it's like you're able to interact with all ages and connect on that fundamental essence level where you can interact with a baby, a toddler, a child, a teenager, adult, elderly, on, And it's all about, what is your relationship with yourself? This is why, and I'm not saying I'm fucking perfect with this. It's like, obviously it's like, yeah, sometimes it's hard. It feels hard to interact with like a kid that has some attitude or a teenager that has this attitude. And it's like, oh shit, but as time goes on more and more, there's less and less of that because you start to love yourself more and more. And you start to see where this person's coming from. I mean, you were all once a kid and a teenager. You all went through that angsty teenager stage. You understand where that's coming from. So, here are just some thoughts, man, and I recommend you ponder upon this because we need more of this in the world where we come together more. And yeah, they're just my thoughts, man. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to support me, because that will help me out a lot. So share this video if you think it will help anyone else, and leave a comment if you want to comment. Helps the algorithm, helps support me, man. So enjoy yourself. I'll see you next one.